Welcome to Pontas Fathom Hobbies. It's model build time. We're working on the Eva Model 5 mass production unit from End of Evangelion. And checking out the box here. It's got some great illustrations, some model photos with custom painting and the decals. It looks great. I'm excited to build this one. You've got Asuka and Kaji Ryoji. So yeah, let's get into it. I was going to build Asuka first, but I picked this up from Amazon Japan. It's an HG model, so I can already tell by looking at the components here that it's definitely, I can tell the difference between HG and RG now, so not so much of a noob, but I got this unboxed. But I'm excited to build it, and I thought it would be cool to have this End of Evangelion. I think is coming to be my favorite of the franchise now that rebuild of Evangelion is completed. I think End of Evangelion still is my sweet spot, and I think for me in the series it's the highlight. And I think the Asuka battle with these mass production Evas is so classic and so iconic. So I thought I'd build this one out. I was excited to build this, and I can already tell from building these models that they're a little bit, I mean, obviously it's the difference, it's the gap between HG and RG. So I'm going into this with just the open mind, and I already could tell a little bit from my initial building that some of that evolution that happened between HG and RG really advanced the model builder's experience. I mean, the interior skeleton of the RG Evangelions is really a genius design, but there's some clever things here. The rubber joint sockets I thought is kind of a nice touch. It does give some interesting connectivity and build, and it's very modular, so it's kind of cool. I definitely like looking at the sculpt differences between the models. Like, for example, these feet are cool enough, but model building makes you hungry. So let's have a snack and then get back to it. So there, the building the legs out. Again, here I'm noticing also the plastic is very soft. There's two kinds of plastic here. There's some rubbery plastic, and then there's a very soft plastic. And I'm noticing to be very careful with sanding it, or even cutting off the any nubs that are on the pieces, because you can really carve into the plastic, and I've done it a couple times. Like, you'll ruin the piece. So I actually ruined one of the knee joints, and I had to glue it back together. So I did that off camera. So when I was trying to reassemble it, the plastic is so kind of soft that it just tore. And I was able to just use some rubber cement to fix it. But yeah, so be careful. Deassembling this is not as easy as deassembling an RG. You have to be very careful with these HGs, because some of the, especially the joint pieces, they're very sensitive. I think the rubbery ones are okay. You can kind of, but I wonder over time if they become loose. So hey, leave a comment below if you have experience building these HG Evangelions. This will be the only one I buy of the HG series. I'm not going to go back and get the other ones. As you can see, these arm articulation, I was very surprised to see the arms were just solid when you think of all the details that go into the RG Evangelion. But yeah, but you know what? Having this angel, having this mass production Eva, this Unit 5 with the wings, I think it's a real cool addition to the shelf. The decals here, they're just stickers. They're not decals at all. So again, this, I thought of maybe just doing this as paint, but just to kind of use what comes with the model, I applied the stickers. I'm wondering also how well they'll age, but in the future I can always scrape them off and do some painting. I didn't paint all of the models. I just will spot paint, as you'll see later. But for example, inside the body, to kind of simulate the black under layer, like for example in the RG, it actually is an inner figure with the outer armor on it. So you get that black that shows through. But you'll see when I paint it up that those ribs will stand out a little better with some black paint. It's looking pretty cool. Getting the arm decals on. And the decals are interesting because they've got this because they're paper, they've split them, so you have to kind of tuck a portion in and over, so allows it to round. You can see like some of the split details. These are just a straight sticker. These back vents with a. Now these two things snap out, and that's where the wings can also attach to those back two rubber plugs. So yeah, this is good. I'm going to use some Gundam Liner on this for some of the black lines. There's a lot of nice black line work here, especially around the face. So you can see that this would be a perfect model to etch because the plastic is so soft. So yeah, so now I'm going to get to painting the wings. I didn't spray them, I just painted them for now. But yeah, here's my panel liner. So you can see this is always satisfying. Yeah, it really pops out the features. It's kind of got a sinister, almost like a aliens type of xenomorph kind of head. You know, it's always disturbing to see no eyes, right? And then these sort of panel lines almost are more like angry features, so it's kind of quite sinister looking and threatening. It'll look great on the shelf once I build Asuka's Eva Unit 2. So next build for sure will be Asuka. So stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe if you like what we're doing here. Also, you can check out our links below. So you can join our Instagram. I post every day on Instagram. I've got some podcasts, and you know our sister channel. We're doing a month-long Evangelion podcast. We're talking about psychology in end of Evangelion. We're talking about psychology of the original series of Neon Genesis Evangelion, and then also looking at the rebuild of Evangelion in the light of, just like Anno has used Christianity as sort of as a gimmick. I think he also used psychology as a gimmick, and I think it's a great world building tool that he used to help explore that. So we explore that in the podcast. So if you're interested, links below to Pontos Fathom Press, where we have that weekly podcast. So Evangelion month, you guys come in. This is pretty satisfying, getting the panel liner in the feet. And I think the RG design really stands out here, where you can see how they built this as different sections with the different mold colored plastic. It's really genius. But I gotta say, the panel liner is pretty good second place to get that that detail of the foot to sort of pop out. So pretty fun. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not the smoothest panel liner, but this is probably only my second time using panel liner, so I'll get better. But not bad, not bad. Looks pretty fun. All the details really pop now, and I think this also makes it look very anime, right? When you've got this panel liner. So yeah, guys, give me your tips below in the comments how to be a better panel liner. Do you usually wait till it for dry, or I'm finding, like, especially in this leg one, when I wipe off the excess, I'm actually wiping out of the panel. So what's the tip to do that the right way? Putting some on this back wing, which is kind of like a shield. Yeah, I picked this model up from Amazon Japan, and shipping was reasonable, the price was reasonable, so they still have some of these. If you want to go pick one out, you can go check out Amazon Japan. I mean, you'll pay the shipping, but it's worth it to get to your collection. So, and the also looking forward to some other Evangelions that are coming up. I've got the Mark 6, and then I think they're releasing another one over Christmas, like the Unit 3, I think it is. So I'm looking forward to that one. That's on pre-order. So yeah, so yeah, let's take a tour of this mass production Eva. Check out what it looks like with the wings, and we'll see you at the end. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Please like and subscribe and check out the links. We'll see you in the next video. Check out the Evangelion podcast on their channel. And as always, thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video and talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.